When I was writing it, I absolutely believed in the words and the lyrics, and I knew that that message needed to be heard by as many people as possible.
Cold War. Cold War is a song that, well, the music, we always loved the music. And the drums, we always loved the drums. It went through a few generations. There was an acoustic version of this song. There was, they had the Bye 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 for a chorus. And actually, there was a point in the sequencing of the album where Cold War started the album, because we always thought that it was like kind of like a calling card. It kind of set everybody in the right mood for the album, what was really taking place on the whole album.
I remember the first time we played Cold War on big speakers, and it was a big deal. It originally started off with strings leading it. It was just a string arrangement at the beginning. The strings, you can hear the strings in the song now, but you can't. Back then, you could hear them really, really more vividly. The orchestra come in and play, and it just had this really like triumphant feeling about it. And it was before, I don't even know if we had all the lyrics to it yet, but maybe we did. But it really had like a really triumphant kind of vibe about it, make you feel like just like you're going to war, you know.
Being such a thought-provoking song and you know, really questioning or asking the listener to question his or herself, we wanted them also to be able to dance with it.
Cold War also came from a desire to hear Jane really sing. We wanted to hear her sing, like, something very soulful. We always imagined the lyrics just like, really roaring, almost soaring out over those guitar chords. And I would say one of the references for this was certainly U2. Like, we watched like New Year's Day and all those kind of things, and we really imagined her in like the real early Bono days, like really in that kind of role, like really an impassioned like preacher, letting the music is like a flag, and you're waving it, you know what I mean? You're really drawing people toward you and saying, this is where we stand, this is what we live for, this is what we die for. That's what made Cold War Cold War. Now, the interesting thing about it is that Cold War is also interesting lyrically, because as much as you can say there's a foundation there, something that this person is standing and living for, there's a lot of questioning going on, a lot of internal questioning, a lot of doubt.
Now, I always think about this warrior that's on the battlefield, and they're just, they're fighting, and they die, But at the end, it's not about the fact they died. It's about the fact that they did everything they could to, just fight for what they believed in. And that's the most important thing that any of us can do, is really just kind of, give everything we have. And then, don't be crying when I say goodbye. Just, I did what I could. I just did it. I did my best, and the song always really has that kind of feeling about it. And there's another line in the song that talks about, I'm trying to find my peace. I was made to believe there's something wrong with me. And I think that line just really speaks so much to just what it means to be somebody who's trying to do something remarkable, and how it always seems to the people who are not doing it that you crazy, and that something's wrong with you, and that they always want to put you in some kind of weird space or position or box, tell you can't do what you're trying to do. And it's really just about that war. And it never is like a real fight with somebody, like a physical fight. It's just that mental war that you're always fighting. It's like a Cold War. You're having this mental game with yourself about whether or not you're going to pursue your dreams or you're not.
The questions that are being asked were really questions that I've asked myself. But I do find when people listen to Cold War, they start asking themselves the questions, A lot of us were made to believe that there's something wrong with us, from our hair to whether it's our nose to our skin color. Everybody is fighting a war within themselves on if you should accept yourself for who you are and be comfortable, even if it makes you uncomfortable or somebody else. So I think that it was important that song to be on this project, because there are a lot of people who really question themselves, and they're very self-conscious, and they don't understand their purpose. They don't understand how they can use those unique qualities as superpowers. But it's a song that really allows you to talk to your infinite self and your infinite God.